Welcome back. Here with us on Urban Debate on Mirror Now. Let's get you the other big story of the day. The national capital received first monsoon showers today. Many areas, including newly inaugurated Pragati Maidan Tunnel, were waterlogged. That's right. This caused traffic snarls for hours. Border points Delhi-Noida border, Chilla border, UP Gate, Delhi-Gurugram Road experienced heavy traffic jams. Visuals on your screens are from Delhi's various areas. One is Prahladpur Underpass, MB Road, ITO, Raisina Road, Minto Road, Dwarka, India Gate, outside Supreme Court. Most parts of Delhi remained waterlogged today. Massive traffic jam was reported at Delhi-Gurugram border, Ames and Pragati Maidan as well. The city almost came to a standstill after a heavy downpour. Now, every monsoon season, viewers, this is the same story in the national capital. The big question is, what will really wake up the authorities? Now, this was just the first day of the monsoon showers, which definitely brought relief from heat wave, but there was tremendous amount of chaos on the roads as well. Just look at the visuals. Waterlogging, traffic jams, planes had to get diverted. And at the same time, we are being told that Indian Meteorological Department says that rainfall is going to continue like this only till 2nd of July. So be prepared for more traffic jams because situation on the road, you can see for yourself. And before I go across to my guests and begin the debate, here is a platform for you. The numbers are going to be flashing at the bottom of your screens. You can call us and share with us the problems you had to face today because of traffic jams, because of heavy rain. And here's a report that my colleagues filed during the day today.
The monsoon has finally arrived in the national capital and it has brought some relief to the people of the national capital. But along with the relief, it has got its own problems at the Barapula flyover, and a massive traffic jam can be seen out here. And the entire stretch of the flyover is completely jammed with traffic because of rain. And it's been raining since morning, and in several parts of the national capital, massive traffic jam has been reported, specifically the roads that connect Delhi to Gurgaon and Delhi to Noida. These roads has been completely jammed with traffic. This is not something new that we are seeing. Whenever it rains in the national capital continuously, there is massive traffic jam which is reported.
I'm standing at NH24. This is the way going towards national capital Delhi's Pragati Maidan, and as you can see, due to the rain, one side the rain has come as a relief for the people, but on the other side the rain is also causing the difficulties for the people of Delhi NCR who are moving from Noida and Ghaziabad towards Delhi. As you can see, waterlogging here on the highway itself, which is surprising as it is the picture of a highway, national highway, and you can see waterlogging here.
हम दिल्ली के विजय चौक पर मौजूद हैं, जहां आप देख सकते हैं कि दिल्ली में किस कदर बारिश हो रही है। इस बारिश की चाह हर दिल्ली वासी को थी, क्योंकि पिछले कुछ दिनों से दिल्ली में चिपचिपाती गर्मी पड़ रही थी, जिससे दिल्ली वासी बेहाल हो रखे थे और लगातार ये चाह रख रहे थे कि दिल्ली में जल्द से जल्द बारिश हो। अगर इस बारिश की बात करें तो बीती रात ही दिल्ली में बारिश का जो एक प्रेडिक्शन था वो मौसम विभाग की तरफ से किया गया था कि दिल्ली में बीती रात से बारिश होगी, लेकिन आज सुबह 8 बजे के बाद दिल्ली में इस बारिश देखने को मिल रही है। और आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से सड़कें जो हैं वो इस वक्त पूरी तरीके से भीग चुकी हैं और दिल्ली में लगातार बारिश हो रही है।
आने वाले हर बार की तरह जब भी बारिश का मौसम आता है, मानसून आता है, तो दिल्ली के अंदर वाटर लॉगिंग की समस्या जरूर दिखाई देती है। लेकिन इस बार देखा जाएगा कि कुछ घंटों की बारिश ने दिल्ली सरकार ने क्या इंतजाम किए हैं इसके लिए। और अब मौसम की बात करें तो मौसम विभाग के मुताबिक दिल्ली के अंदर करीब कल और आज बारिश रहेगी और अगले 2 दिन 2 या 3 तारीख को बारिश तो नहीं होगी, लेकिन बादल जरूर छाए रहेंगे और अगले 4 और 5 तारीख को दोबारा से बारिश होगी। यानी कि दिल्ली के अंदर करीब 1 हफ्ते इसी तरह का मौसम देखने को मिलेगा।
So you saw how the situation was on the roads the national capital today. Let me now welcome my guest joining us on the broadcast this evening. Meanwhile, numbers are flashing at the bottom of your screen. Call if you were also stranded because of heavy traffic jams, if you also took a lot of time to reach your office or home because of rain and waterlogging on the roads today. Anuja Kapur, spokesperson of the BJP, is live with us. Hari Shankar Gupta, spokesperson of the Congress party. Dr. Akash Deep Muni, political analyst, is live with us. And also is Krishan Mitroo, consultant, disaster management and environment. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now this evening. Anuja Kapur, let me begin the discussion with you. You know, it was just the first shower of the monsoon season, and see how the situation is on the roads of the national capital. I mean, why is it that every year we have the same story for the national capital? The capital comes literally to its knees just because of few hours of rain.
That Delhi has to again and again feel such a nuisance due to the waterlogging in monsoon. The accountability of the MCD is being provided only in the minor drains. I just will take 30 seconds to put forward some of the issues. The larger and the massive drain system is 2064 kilometer of 1037 drains is with PWD. First and foremost, I would like to put forward, I think people should know about this, that the Delhi for 44-year-old drainage plan. This is a master plan which is of 44 years. It has not been changed from 1976, and it is still being used as it is. Even if it was the new Delhi plan, master plan was of sanitization was being sanctioned, was being said that it can be used or it should be used, but it was not being done. It is still, we are working on the 44-year-old drainage system. You can imagine in 1976, there were around 41 lakh people just in Delhi. But after 44 years, 1.7 crore people. And you have seen unauthorized constructions. You have seen that the desilting of the drains, which happens. And I think people have seen and witnessed in few days that how the PWD, horticulture, and the DGB has already dug up the road, and then the water, they knew that the monsoon was coming, and they all is open. You can go and see, everybody knows it is there. And then we talk about dust, and then we talk about things, and then we talk about sewage. So how we will see the potholes are open, the roads are being dug up, and then they talk about MCD. The first and the important thing which has happened, and it was very funny, that our Deputy CEO Manish Sisodiya ji also took a meeting. That was very interesting, that they said that they have prepared themselves for this water logging, and they have worked tirelessly, and a lot of machines and the pumps have been used. You have seen what has happened in the recently water logging in Pragati Madan.
Right.
You know, and you have seen that. And it's amazing, Heena ji. I'm amazed. What is happening around? You just can't fool people by saying MCD. No, MCD only has a locality or the inner drainage system. The outer drainage and the massive drainage system is with
Dr. Akash
the PWD.
How will you like to respond to what Ms. Anuja Kapur has said? MCD will only take care of probably, you know, minor drains. There is a 44-year-old drainage plan, but the people in the national capital have been paying their taxes on time. And they do not really deserve this. Who is to be blamed here? The idea is to fix it. Who is going to fix the mess that people of the national capital are in today? And it's, mind you, the first shower. Only the first shower. The monsoon season is yet to begin.
Of course, Heena, actually, I want to say one thing. The bureaucrats and politicians, especially the politicians, have taken this country for a ride. And the best example is MCD. Just imagine a common man pays his taxes and pays his taxes in full. You know, 10%, 20%, 30%, we pay our tax. And after that, in the evening, when we come back from our work, we have to wet our shoes and our everything, our clothes, because of the poor, callous attitude of the bureaucrats and politicians in MCD. You know, 90% of drains are covered by MCD in Delhi. And interestingly, and this is a very interesting fact, just in last month, this particular story was covered by Times of India, that how is desilting done in drains or not. And as per the MCD, 101% of desilting has been done. Interestingly, after this all work and all hue and cry, still people of Delhi have to face waterlogging, as you have shown brilliantly. While the whole Bharatiya Janata Party can be busy with, ferrying in choppers of MLAs from Goa to Assam to Maharashtra, but they cannot finance just, removing water from the roads in Delhi. Just imagine the callous attitude of MCD. And still waters are logged. And as we speak, as we speak now, roads in Delhi are waterlogged, controlled by MCD. And this is where the crux of the matter lies. While hundreds of crores can be poured on, taking MLAs from Assam to Goa to Maharashtra, still the common man is left at lurch. And this is
you are saying MCD is to be blamed. BJP is saying PWD should be questioned, the government should be questioned. Hari Shankar Gupta, BJP is also saying that it's a 44-year-old drainage plan that is the reason behind the mess Delhiites are in today during the monsoon season. So you're also being blamed for the situation today. The point is, it keeps on happening every year. It happens during winter pollution. Suddenly there is smog and we all wake up and we make plans that next year this won't happen. Yet the same thing repeats. For monsoon also, promises are made. Orders are given to ensure that there is no water logging. But again, that's exactly what we get. When will this really stop, sir?
And one prediction before anybody comes in, one prediction.
Mr. Hari Shankar Gupta, one second. That question is for Mr. Hari Shankar Gupta. 1 second. Dr. Akash Deep, 1 second. Yes.
देखिए, मैंने बीजेपी और आप पार्टी दोनों को सुना है. डॉक्टर आकाश दीप आप पार्टी से हैं कि इस फ्रॉम आप पार्टी ना?
नहीं, वो आप पार्टी से नहीं है, वो पॉलिटिकल एनालिस्ट हैं.
अच्छा, ओके. देखिए, मैं ये बात साफ कहना चाहूंगा कि दिल्ली के अंदर वाटर लॉगिंग के लिए अगर जिम्मेदार हैं तो पीडब्ल्यूडी और एमसीडी बराबर की जिम्मेदार है. बजाय एक दूसरे पर ब्लेम करने की जो समस्या है उसको हमें एनालाइज करना चाहिए कि समस्या ये क्यों बनी हुई है. अब मैं यहां पर यह भी कहना चाहूंगा कि केजरीवाल जी बहुत सारी चीजों में नंबर 1 रहना चाहते हैं. उनको नंबर 1 रहने के अंदर बड़ी खुशी महसूस होती है और बार बार ये कोशिश करते हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं से देश के अंदर से या देश के बाहर से ये खबर आए कि जी हम नंबर 1 हैं. तो नंबर 1 तो वाटर लॉगिंग में भी हो गए हैं, जो सालों से लगातार हम देख रहे हैं. पॉल्यूशन में नंबर 1 है, महिला सुरक्षा में नंबर 1 है. तो इस बात पर भी उनको ध्यान देना चाहिए. मोटी बात यह है कि जो भी सफाई का काम होता है वो कागजों में होता है और करोड़ों रुपए की बर्बादी होती है. उसको सुपरवाइज करने वाला कौन है? सारा का सारा काम केजरीवाल सरकार ने अधिकारियों के जिम्मे छोड़ दिया है. केजरीवाल जी के पास समय नहीं है. अगर वो देश की राजनीति करना चाहते हैं तो कृपा करके दिल्ली की जिम्मेदारी किसी और को दे दें ताकि उनको भी टाइम मिले और दिल्ली का भी जो बुरा हाल हो गया है बहुत सारे क्षेत्रों के अंदर हो गया. आज दिल्ली के अंदर पानी की इतनी किल्लत है, अगर आप जाएं घर घर के अंदर बूंद बूंद पानी को लोग तरस रहे हैं. वाटर स्केर्सिटी इतनी ज्यादा है. पोल्यूशन की इंतहा है, पोल्यूशन में नंबर 1 है. वाटर स्केर्सिटी में दिल्ली नंबर 1 है. वाटर लॉगिंग में दिल्ली नंबर 1 है. इसका भी अवार्ड केजरीवाल को मिलना चाहिए. तो मेरा कहने का यह है कि वाटर लॉगिंग से पहले, बरसात से पहले, मानसून से पहले हमेशा जो काम किया जाता है उसका ऑडिट होना चाहिए. कौन करेगा ऑडिट? दिल्ली सरकार ऑडिट करेगी ना. दिल्ली सरकार के जो पॉलिटिकल लोग हैं, देखिए अधिकारियों के ऊपर काम छोड़ देंगे तो मनमानी करेंगे. उन पे अंकुश लगाने का, उनको निरीक्षण करने का काम तो पॉलिटिकल आदमी जो मंत्री बैठे हुए वही कर सकते हैं. तो मैं समझता हूं कि उटर फेलियर है दिल्ली सरकार का भी और एमसीडी का भी कि दिल्ली में समय रहते हुए वो नालों की सफाई नहीं करते हैं. दिल्ली की चौड़ाई और लंबाई पूरे में नालों का और नालियों का जाल बिछा हुआ है. उसकी सफाई पहले हो जानी चाहिए, महीनों पहले उसमें काम शुरू हो जाना चाहिए. वो जो नहीं करते हैं, ये सबसे बड़ी जिम्मेदारी इन लोगों की.
जी बिल्कुल, आप सही बात बता रहे हैं कि जैसे ऑर्डर्स निकाले जाते हैं कि हम ये करेंगे, मॉनसून के हम ये तैयारी करेंगे, तो क्या तैयारी हुई है उसका भी लेखा जोखा जो है लोगों के सामने रखना चाहिए सरकार को. दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड दिस इज व्हाट पीपल रियली नीड राइट नाउ टू एंश्योर दैट दे डोंट सफर. आई मीन द रोड्स ऑफ द नेशनल कैपिटल वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, दे हैव बिकम स्विमिंग पूल्स. And it was only a few hours of rain today. It was just the first shower of the monsoon season. We've heard the political aspect here. Mr. Krishan Mitroo, I want to ask you, what is the problem in the national capital? Can it not be solved? Or do you think the intention is not there to solve the mess that Delhi, has to bear every monsoon season?
Thank you very much for giving me a chance. You have quite relevantly brought out a few points that what is the reason and what's the cause and what's etc. This is a perennial problem of Delhi. Every year, year after year, year after year, decades after decades, waterlogging has been a problem in Delhi. Now, it is very interesting when I've heard the three panelists today. There is a total blame game going on. No solution has come out. Mr. Kejriwal is to blame, PWD is to blame, BJP is to blame, etc., etc. My dear sir, we are here to discuss a problem and to find a solution. I would like to also know in the panelists, next time we must invite the bureaucrats who are responsible for not doing their jobs. PWD representatives, Jal Board representatives, and maybe other government representatives, particularly the bureaucrats. In all the discussions, I find bureaucrats do not attend. It is only the politicians. And politicians are only a 5-year term. What about the bureaucrats year after year? Now, coming back to the specifics, the reason for waterlogging in Delhi, we all know, are the clogged drains. That is why the water cannot drain out from the roads. Why are the drains clogged? I have seen any number of times, if you go out early in the morning, when sometimes, very rarely that you see the sweepers on the road, the Safai Karamcharis on the road, they collect the dust from the between the road and the pavement and push it in the nala. Wherever they find a nala, the dirt is pushed into the nala, which is never cleaned. The problem starts from there. And if you see, what do we do about the cleaning of the drains? We start the project only 1 month before the monsoons. I have repeatedly said that this is not a 1 month's job. This is a job of 12 months a year. It has to start in June and end on 31st of May. This cleaning of the drain is a perpetual job. It is not being done. The nalas, the larger drains, what our friend Anuja Kapur has pointed out, we have how much? 1,067 drains with 2,060 odd kilometers of nalas. Now, what is the cleaning process of those? Those nalas are clogged, your drains are clogged, your outlet into the Jamna is clogged, your Jamna is never dredged. Obviously, it has to overflow. Everything will overflow.
So, clogged drains clearly is something, that need to be a problem that needs to be addressed. Anuja wants to respond to what you're saying, but before that, let me also hear what the people of the National Capital are saying. We have a viewer joining us on the broadcast this evening, retired Colonel Chawla from the National Capital. Good evening. Thank you for joining us on Urban Debate. What is it that you will like to say? Did you also have to face traffic jams because of the rain today?
May I speak, please?
Yes.
I am not.
Can you put your television on mute?
Hello. Speak, please. On middle now, Colonel Chawla speaking.
Yes.
What I wish to
Go
submit
ahead.
is, hello.
Yes, Colonel Chawla, we can hear you. Okay, the line has got disconnected. We have another viewer joining us on the broadcast this evening, Seemant from the National Capital. Good evening. Thank you for calling us here on Urban Debate. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening to you. I belong to the constituency of Patparganj, where our MLA is Mr. Manish Sisodia, who is the Deputy Chief Minister. For last 6 to 7 months, the main Mother Dairy Road has been dug up by the PWD department, which is under him. And he was there last week, and he had no clue when the work is going to finish. Today, the scene at that road was that it was a knee-deep kind of a waterlogging there, and we were hardly able to come out of our society. Now, if the Deputy Chief Minister's constituency is going through this kind of a mayhem, and all kind of, excuses are being given in terms of the work not getting completed, what can we expect from this government, from the AAP government? It's a disaster in the constituency of Deputy Chief Minister. It's shameful. So that is the kind of, agony.
All right, Mr. Seaman, thank you for joining us here on Urban Debate and telling us what you had to face today because of this heavy rainfall. Anuja Kapur, how will you like to respond to first what Mr. Krishan mentioned? Then I'll go across to Dr. Akash Deep Muni for the reaction on what the viewer had to say.
So first of all, I would also like to add on to what I have said. I want to bring 2 case studies because the first case study is the waterlogging in Najafgarh. This is the case study. Central government built slum well of 5 lakh liters whose connections were to be done by PWD. No connections are done till now. It was inaugurated by the ministers of Delhi government in March. Now who's suffering? Najafgarh. A second case study, Shahabad. Everybody knows that there was a big road show happened, and Arvind Kejriwal ji has promised rupees 100 crore for laying sewer lines. Are they being done in 1 year? And who is the MLA? And after that, he became a councillor. That is Ramchandar. So this is the second which I'm trying to spot it. Now I will talk about the budget. Have you known that in 2022-23 budget, rupees 6,710 crore was being proposed for water supply and sanitation projects? Where are those money? And then he also spoke about 705 crore to revive the Najafgarh drain. What happened? Where is it? Now he also talked about unauthorized
The bottom line
colonies.
is
Then they will
orders have been given, money has been kept aside, but nothing has been done, and people are suffering. Anuja, I'm just interrupting you there 1 second. We have Colonel Chawla, retired Colonel Chawla, back with us on the phone line. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Hello. Hello.
जी सर, हमें आपकी आवाज आ रही है. बताइए आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं.
Wish to submit to all of the spokesperson, please don't indulge in politics because we suffer very badly. I am 87 years old and 3 times my house has got flooded due to these rains.
All right, Colonel Chawla, thank you for calling us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now this evening. So, Dr. Akash Deep Muni, that's the situation. People are suffering. But eventually what we see is political blame game, nobody willing to take the responsibility, really, nobody willing to, tell us that we are going to do this.
One thing, we have to understand the problem. The problem is really at large. The most important thing is that most of the drains and MCD and roads are controlled by MCD, Municipal Corporation of Delhi, which in other words, controlled by Bharatiya Janata Party. You can see that on the papers, 90% of them. And interestingly, of course, Anuja Kapur can laugh it off. But interestingly,
Bharatiya Janata Party said, ask Aam Aadmi Party. You are saying, ask Bharatiya Janata Party. I mean, eventually people are suffering, and this is what one of the viewers also had to say. I want to give the last word to Mr. Hari Shankar Gupta. I'm completely out of time because he was raising his hand. I'm sorry, political blame game happens and eventually people suffer. And today, I want to tell each one of you that people are suffering. I mean, keep politics aside now. Think about the people. He was an 87-year-old who told us this house got flooded thrice. Answer him.
Yeah. Hina, I
Mr.
agree.
Hari Shankar Gupta, I want to give you the last word.
Hina, I totally agree with you. And in the beginning of what I said earlier, I said एक दूसरे पर आरोप लगाने का कोई फायदा नहीं होगा। दिल्ली के अंदर अगर पानी भरा है तो एमसीडी और दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट दोनों लगातार जिम्मेदार हैं। सबसे बड़ी बात इसके अंदर ये है कि हर साल ये तमाशा हम देखते हैं, हर साल ये तमाशा देखते हैं, लेकिन अकाउंटेबिलिटी फैक्टर कहां पर है? कितने ऑफिसर्स को पनिश किया जाता है? ये सारा अधिकारी जो हैं, ये अधिकारियों के ऊपर अगर आज वाटर लॉगिंग पहले दिन ही हुई है और जबकि ये वक्तव्य दिया गया, स्टेटमेंट दी गई मंत्रियों के माध्यम से कि हम तैयार हैं, दिल्ली की नालों की सफाई हो चुकी है, तो किसके ऊपर अकाउंटेबिलिटी ब्लेम किसके ऊपर जाएगा? जब तक अधिकारियों के खिलाफ में एक्शन नहीं होगा।
बिल्कुल, अकाउंटेबिलिटी फिक्स करना बहुत जरूरी है। क्या क्या काम किया गया है उसका लेखा जोखा देना बहुत जरूरी है, because this is the beginning and we can really hope that now lessons will be learned after day one and something will be done immediately to fix the problem so that tomorrow when it rains again or day after, people do not have to suffer the way they suffered in the national capital today. I'm completely out of time, but I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now this evening. Heading into